Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your Lunar Cycle Insight video for the new moon, beginning with the new moon in Cancer, the new moon partial solar eclipse in Cancer on the 12th, 13th of July, depending on where you are in the world, and culminating with the Leo new moon solar eclipse on the 11th of August, just after the Lion's Gate. So this is a profound time of change and transformation for all of us. But of course, your sign is deeply affected by the cosmic energies that are going on at this time and will be unfolding over the summer. So this video is designed to give you some insight, some guidance, some clarity around what you can expect and how to best work with these energies to catalyze change. So we begin this month with the new moon solar eclipse, which will fall in your 6th house, sitting opposite to Pluto in your 12th house, where Saturn is also currently transiting. So this can reveal a lot of subconscious material for you, Aquarius. The 12th house is the house of hidden things. It's the house of the deep subconscious, where we receive dreams and visions, but also where we might bury and suppress our traumas and emotions. The 6th house, where the moon will rebirth herself, where the solar eclipse will take place, is the house of purification, the house of detoxification. So this eclipse can call you to be decluttering physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It can bring up a lot of old stuff to be cleared, particularly those things connected with the family lineage, with the inner child, with how we did or didn't receive nurturing when we grew up. It can also make us look at our life on a practical level and think, how are we nurturing our bodies? How is our home a clean, safe space? Is our inner temple as clear as we would like it to be? Perhaps there are some self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts that need to be let go of that are arising at this time. These houses can also be to do with addiction and detoxification from toxic substances. And they can also be to do with sacred service. So this can be an energy that calls you to look at where you are over-giving, over-nurturing others, and where you need to claim some of your energy back for yourself. So we start the month off on this intensely emotional note, even though the eclipse isn't necessarily taking place in one of your watery houses, Aquarius. We will all feel the reverberations of the watery energy of Cancer moving through the cosmos. So this eclipse opens the eclipse tunnel, and this is a profound time of release and rebirth for you, because the upcoming full moon eclipse will of course take place in your sign. So on the 22nd of August, the sun moves into Leo. It leaves your 6th house and enters your 7th house, Aquarius. And Leo, as you probably know, is your opposite sign. So this illuminates the energy of relationship in your life. And Mercury, who is also currently in your 7th house, will station retrograde here on the 26th of July, just after the sun enters this house of your birth chart. So there's a huge focus around relationship for you at this time, Aquarius. This can be a time when you are thinking about how you express yourself to your loved ones, how you share your love, how you connect with people on a personal, emotional, heart-centered level. You are an air sign that is very cosmic. You are almost from another galaxy, Aquarius. And Leo is the sign of personal love. It's the sign of connection. And this can be a time where you may be becoming aware of the areas of your life where you have shut love out, where you've shut your heart down, where you have exiled yourself, where you have detached yourself from the need for relationship, from the need for personal connection. And it can also be a time when you recognize how you don't allow yourself to be your authentic self in your relationships, how you hold yourself back, how you don't express your needs and desires to the significant people in your life. So this is really leading you in to the full moon eclipse, the blood moon eclipse, the biggest lunar eclipse this century. And it's very much highlighting the polarity of codependence versus independence, self versus other, my needs versus the needs of my loved ones. And there can be a lot of work to be done in these areas for you at this time. And you also have Mars out of bounds and retrograde in your sign as the eclipse energies build. You know, he's been retrograde here since last month. He's not going to station direct until the 27th of August, and he's going to be in conjunction with this moon. He's in conjunction with the South Node. So you are perhaps in the most profound vortex of release you could possibly be in. And this is a time, Aquarius, when your natural rebellious tendencies can be highlighted, your natural need for liberation and freedom. So how can you bring that into harmony with your need for connection? Perhaps there will be old anger, old pain that is rising up as the South Node is activated and the fiery energy of Mars. Perhaps there are some things that need to be worked through before you can fully come into partnership, before you can fully reclaim your power. This is a time of you learning how to be autonomous and dependent and independent, as well as remaining open to love and connection. It's a really hard balance to strike, but this is what is being highlighted in the cosmos at the moment, Aquarius. We are all looking at how we can best work with our desires, how we can balance the need for intimacy and the need for detachment in our own lives. And this is very much playing out through your sign. And with Mars retrograde here, there's a real sense of you wanting to reclaim your power, reclaim your fire. This is a time for you to really look at what ignites your soul, Aquarius. Are you being... Are the things that you're doing in your life in alignment with who you know yourself to truly be? Are you expending your time and energy in the correct places to achieve your visions, to achieve your goals? Are you leaking time and energy? Are you lacking boundaries? This eclipse can illuminate all of those things that you want to run from, that you want to hide from. So this is a moment for you to stand courageously, to do Mars, to look your fears in the face, whether they are fears of intimacy, whether they are fears of connection, whether they are fears around not being good enough, fears around losing your freedom, fears of disconnection, of having to let go of things that you have been clinging to. It's a time to really look the dragon in the eye and surrender yourself to the void of unknowing. Surrender yourself to the cosmos, to trust, to know that whatever is happening, whatever is shifting and changing at this time, Aquarius, is for your highest good. These eclipses are rocking the core foundations of your life. They're taking place in your first, seventh, fourth and 10th houses, because they are triggering Jupiter in the 10th house in Scorpio, and they are triggering Uranus in your 4th house. So it's affecting the core areas, the core needs that we have as human beings, the need to know ourselves through another, the need for a safe space, a sanctuary, the need for a vocation, a purpose, and the need for creative individual self-expression. So this is a time where things can be crumbling, things can be falling away, things can be rapidly leaving your life. So this is a moment for you to choose to work with these energies, to ask the question with whatever is arising for you, Aquarius. How is this serving my soul? How can I use this as a catalyst for soul evolution? How is this supporting me on my journey as a soul? And perhaps you will see that the things are falling away are the things that were holding you back, are the things that are keeping you stuck. You thought they were keeping you safe, but they've been keeping you stagnant. So this is a time for you to be willing, be prepared, to move beyond, to move to the next phase, the next level of evolution in your life, and that will require some deep change and catharsis. So after this big eclipse, the Venus is going to move into Libra on the 6th of August, and this is your 9th house. So this can be a time for you where you might find yourself being called to reconnect to your spirituality. Perhaps some changes have happened and they have put you back on your spiritual journey. You know, you're looking for the deeper meaning, the reason behind all of the things that are happening in your life. You're looking for some spiritual sustenance and nurturance. So this could be a time for you to really reach out and connect with people who share the same truths as you do. A time for connecting with, you know, perhaps a spiritual teacher, perhaps going to a workshop where you can be with like-minded souls and they can kind of bring you back into alignment and help you to see the bigger picture of what is happening in your life at this time. And we finish this month as we move into the dark moon, ready for the final eclipse of this 4-week-long cycle. And that is again going to be in your 7th house. So we're revisiting those energies, reworking our beliefs around relationship, our beliefs around heart-centered connection, our beliefs around our right to be loved for who we truly are. So this can be the moment when things start to become clear, the journey starts to become clear, and you start to see, okay, this is where I've been, this is where I'm at, and this is where I want to be going. So a huge month for you, Aquarius, and we'll talk more about that second eclipse in the video next month for the next new moon in Leo. And it's a very profound time, and that is reflected in the card that I picked for you. From the Isis Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, and this card is Initiation. Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Very interesting. Ra, the sun god. We have the sun so involved in your relationships this month. And this card pertains to the spiritual act of initiation, where we move through the dark night of the soul. We move through the underworld. We take Inanna's journey. We move through the gates of the underworld, stripping away all of the masks, all of the layers of protection, all of the ego trappings that we have been carrying, that we have been trying to hide behind. We shed them all and we go down. We meet our shadow self. We look our fears in the eye. We look at those parts of ourselves that we try to suppress, that we try to hide, that we tried to deny, and we embrace that shadow with love. We integrate ourselves back into wholeness, and we rise again. We rise, we reclaim ourselves, we reclaim our power, we reclaim our sovereignty. And this is the journey that you can be undertaking at this time, Aquarius. So be sure to allow yourself to reach out for support. Be sure to maintain your clear connection with higher wisdom and higher guidance. And you of all signs are blessed with the ability to see things from a higher perspective, and that trait will serve you well during this period. I really hope that this little reading has served you and will serve you as we move through this time. If you would like to connect with me further, you can click the links beneath this video. I'm sending you so much love, Aquarius. Have a beautiful lunar cycle.